In this video, we're going to talk about lease options and why you should be implementing it into your real estate investing business. We're also going to talk about this property right in back of me and how I was able to lock it up and also sell the property on the other end. All that and more coming right up. Hey everybody, it's Jamel Gibbs with the REI Education Academy, helping you close deals consistently in your real estate investing business. And on this channel, what we do are real estate investing how-to videos and tutorials, as well as videos of me actually investing in real estate. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Click that subscribe button right now. And also, if I mention any resources, those resources will be linked in the description box below in case you want to get started with them right away. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So today we're going to talk about leasing with an option to buy real estate. Now, for those of you who don't know what leasing with an option to purchase is, it's basically like renting a house. So imagine you're going out and getting a house for rent. But in addition to being able to rent that house, you also have an option to purchase that house within a certain amount of time. So that's exactly what leasing with an option to buy is. You're basically leasing a property and then you have an option to purchase that property within an option period. And that's exactly what I did on this property right behind me. Now, the way I found this property was through a Facebook ad. Now, the seller contacted us on a web form. We contacted the seller back. Once we contacted the seller back, we screened her, and then we saw that she owed too much money on the property. When I locked it up through a lease option, it was only worth about $70,000 after it was repaired. The problem was the seller owed $55,000 on the property. Now, her mortgage amount was only $50,000. That was the amount that she owed on the mortgage. The problem was she was backed up in payments, and that was $5,000. It was about $5,500 backed up on the payments. So what I negotiated with the seller is I can do a lease with an option to purchase, or I can tie it up through a subject to type of deal. We ended up having to do the lease purchase on this property. I would take care of the $5,500 that was backed up on the payments, as long as I had an option to purchase this property for the $50,000 that was owed on the property. And we ended up making that deal happen. Now, in addition to the $50,000, this property needed over $20,000 in work. So even if I wanted to pay her cash, we wouldn't be able to pay the amount that was owed on a mortgage. So we needed to do some type of creative deal in order to make this one work. And that's exactly what we did. So we locked up the deal, took it on a lease with an option to purchase it, and then we started marketing the property. As we were marketing the property, it took us a couple of weeks to find the right buyer. But what we ended up doing is marketing this same property as is for $70,000 and $1,000 a month. And what I ended up doing was asking my buyer for $15,000 down in order to make this deal work. So I found the right buyer. This buyer that's in there right now, they put down $15,000. Now, remember I told you I had to catch up on the back payments on this property, which was $5,500 at that time. What I ended up working out was, out of the $15,000, I took the $5,500 from the $15,000 and I caught the mortgage up for the property owner. So the difference between the $70,000 and the $50,000 minus what they put down is what will be owed to me when we cash out of this property within 7 years. Now, in this type of deal, we actually worked out slightly different. We literally are doing a lease with an option to purchase or a rent to own on this property. And it's a true rent to own type of deal. And I'm going to explain why this is a true rent to own as we go through the numbers on this property. So again, we took an option to purchase this property at $50,000. Back payments were $5,500. We ended up selling the property on the other side for $70,000. The buyer put down $15,000 on this deal. We took the $5,500 from the $15,000 and we caught the back payments up. And now we were in the green to be able to go ahead and make a profit spread on this house. Now, here's how we really started cleaning up on this property. First, we put $9,500 in our pockets right up front. Now, remember, I told you, the buyer put down $15,000 and we had to catch up on the mortgage, which was $5,500 at the time. Now, in addition to that, the payments on this property, which is exactly what we're paying for the seller, is only $416 a month. our buyer on this property is paying $1,000 a month. So we're literally making over $550 a month on this property, in addition to the $9,500 that they put down. Now, the way we worked this out with the buyer was that after 7 years, the buyer will own this property free and clear. We're gonna actually pay this property off within 1 year from right now. So we owned it since last year. I believe it was February of last year. It's literally gonna take us 2.5 years to pay this property off, with the buyer paying $1,000 a month. Because what we're doing is we're doubling up our payments to the bank in order to get the bank loan paid off immediately. So the buyer is literally paying off the house for us. And not only is the buyer paying off the house for us, they're doing it in advance. Because by them paying $1,000 a month, and by our payments only being $416 a month, we're dishing out $830 a month toward the payment. And if you do the calculations, we're gonna pay this house off within 2 years. Now, this buyer is scheduled to pay us for another 7 years in addition to that. So after we pay off this house, we're gonna literally collect $1,000 a month for 7 years on this property. And after the 7 years, this buyer will own this property free and clear. That's a true rent to own deal. That's what we negotiated with this buyer. So not only did we make $9,500 up front, not only are we putting a couple of $100s in our pockets right now every single month until the house is paid off, but after the house is paid off, we'll make an additional $1,000 a month for 7 years. Now, if you do the math, you take $1,000 a month times 12, that's $12,000 a year. Multiply that by 7, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, $84,000 on a property that's only worth $70,000 right now. So we make $84,000 over time. We make $2,400 in monthly rent payments before the house is actually paid for. And in addition to that, we made $9,500 up front. That's the beautiful part of creative real estate investing. And this is exactly why you need this in addition to your wholesale business. Yes, you do need wholesale profits as well. You definitely want to keep those types of deals coming in. But at any given time, you come across a deal like this, you should add that to your arsenal in order to really explode your real estate investing business to the next level. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this information, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell for more videos just like this one. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take care.